Hi, Chris here with V-Line Industries. Today we're going to go over the basic install of our V-Line closet wall. Let's go over some of the basic tools you're going to need to finish this project. First, you're going to need a drywall saw, a 7/16 socket wrench, a stud finder, any marking device, pen, pencil, marker. An impact gun will make this job much easier if you have it, and a basic tape measure so that you can mark out the box itself. First thing you're going to want to do is find an ideal location. If it's in your home, you may want it to conceal behind clothing in a closet or be a little bit more accessible for tactical reasons. In this case, our client wanted it installed in his office behind the door. When you find a location, you want to make sure that there's no obstructions and interferences. First thing you want to look at, if it's behind a door, for instance, that the door won't hit the case itself. The case sticks out about 2.5 inches off the wall. Once you find that everything is clear and there's no obstructions, the next thing you're going to want to do is look visually on both sides of the wall to ensure that there's no obvious electrical on either side of the wall. The next thing you're going to want to check is to make sure that you have studs that are 16 inches on center. All of our cases that mount inside the wall are meant to be mounted inside studs that are 16 inches on center, which is typical household construction. All right, so go ahead and grab your drywall saw. First thing we're going to want to do is we kind of just got to go for it. And we'll cut a small test hole first so that if you do have to patch the drywall and there's something on the other side that you weren't expecting, that it's easy to patch. Now we're going to go ahead and mark the dimensions for the cutout itself. The outside dimensions for the cutout are 14 1/8 by 50 1/8 approximately. So now we've marked the bottom and the top of the case. We're going to use the studs themselves to help us cut out the width of the box. Depending on the construction, you may have to shim here and there. We won't know until we get into this. So let's go ahead and cut this out and let's see what we end up with. All right, after we have the hole cut out and cleaned up with the magic of cameras, that took a couple seconds. Ideally, it will only take you a couple minutes to do this. Like I said, use the studs as kind of your guide, and we're ready to install the case. Okay, after we set the first 2 screws, we want to test to make sure the door still opens and closes just fine. Make sure the box didn't get tweaked. Everything's still in alignment. Everything looks good. So we're gonna go ahead and install the rest of the screws and then not tighten them down all the way, just get them snug. And again, check the door, make sure the alignment's not off. Sometimes if the hole is a little bit larger than the box may be pulled out of parallel and you may have to loosen some screws up. So we're gonna go ahead and install the rest of the screws and we'll come back and check out fitment after. All right, as you can see, we finished up. That was a really straightforward, easy install. This customer opted for our single panel rifle mount with a couple of shelves. He'll load it up and add some more stuff to it. I think it turned out pretty cool, and it adds a little bit to an otherwise boring space on the wall. Good talking piece. Turned out nice. So if you have any issues, anything comes up, feel free to call our customer service agents. We've got live customer service agents. They would love to hear from you. You can also check out the rest of our products at www.vlineind.com. Look forward to hearing from you.